You asked for it, and I delivered. One person who watches my videos out of the 7,000 subscribers said, Nick, why don't you do a video where you part your hair in the middle? I thought, that's a horrible idea. So why don't I do that? Often horrible ideas make for interesting and engaging videos. I've just taken a shower. There is still just, I guess, some moisture in my hair, but I have not put any product in there. And we're a little bit over 3 inches on top. Now, I'm going to say this. I'm going to turn around and then I'll tell you what I think. Yeah, I definitely don't think this works for me. I think it's like Maxwell Smart's already pointed out. My hair, aside from diffuse thinning, I have just thinner hair. The little individual hairs are thinner, and even though my hair's a little bit wavy, they're ultimately straight. So it's not like I can, if I had like thicker, wavier hair, like larger individual pieces of hair, it could probably go back and look okay. But without product in it, it's ultimately going to just kind of look sloppy. And then I would say with product, what it's only going to do is accentuate this weakest part of my hair right here. So to put product on that would only bring that down. That wouldn't be a good idea. Now granted, I will obviously point out a few things. My hair is cut in a way to where it's meant to be parted over and back. So naturally there's going to be more bulk on this side, and my hair actually grows thicker on this side to begin with. So it's uneven. I'm going to obviously point that out. And it's not quite long enough to work. So I just think that ultimately I don't have the right hair for it. Maybe when I was 16 it would have worked, but even then it would still require some product or longer length to ultimately do the 90s grunge thing where you have it so long that it's, you know, tucked behind your ears. I know me, and I don't have the patience to grow my hair out that long to see what it would look that long. I don't want it bad enough. I think what I want more is probably in the near future, next haircut, maybe even get my hair cut a little bit shorter. As I've been experimenting, what's the perfect length for me? As we're a little over 3 inches now, I think I'm learning that between 2.5 and 3 is that perfect range. Maybe even 2.5. I've been looking back at older videos, and that's my conclusion on that. But ultimately, I think this wouldn't work for the same reason that the longer hair pushed back isn't really going to work. And it's ultimately because my hair is very straight, it's very fine, and I've got the diffuse thinning. So I'm all about low maintenance, and I think this is going to put me into the high maintenance category. You know what, I wasn't planning on doing this, but I'm going to go ahead and put some product in it to end the video, and we'll see how that looks. That's funny, I still have the tape measure from some other video I've done. Yeah, so there's the 3-inch mark. Oops. Let's see, I'll put it where 4 is at the top right there. So yeah, it's not quite 4 inches. It's between 3 and 4 depending on what part of my hair. So Mr. Low Maintenance can't handle this. It's all, I mean, look how not great that is. Remember, it is too thin here. It's not long enough. It's not, I don't have the right texture to really make it work. We'll close it out the video. I'm actually, even though I could be using mousse, I'm going to use gel because I've found ultimately I'm liking that a little bit more this week. So let me try that out. Oh, I forgot the camera was still on. I honestly forgot the camera was on. Okay, I'm just gonna put a little bit in there just to give an idea. And it's funny because my hair is so used to being over here, it's already kind of naturally doing that. But if I just casually put in some gel, which is between that and mousse, is really what I'm liking. So it gives you this image, this idea, this concept of what my hair could look like if it were like this. And I call this the Zach Braff. I've always thought, man, if somebody has perfect hair, it's Zach Braff. And granted, he's got like a Norwood 0 hairline too to consider. So ultimately, without putting too much in, which would only accentuate this, just to kind of give you an idea, And I mean, I would like for this to work. Not so much parted in the middle, but just pushed back, which would be more of just a uniform situation. And I don't know, maybe for my next haircut, I would at least give this a shot to see if this would work. But ultimately, I don't know that I have the right hair for it in so many ways. But I would love to just have longer hair that was pushed back and was still neat and tidy and that would work. You know what? Okay, you talked me into it. I'm now gonna grab the mousse and just put that in there and see what happens. Imagine if I was a quote professional YouTuber and I actually edited my videos and worried about time in between stuff, but this is real life. Okay, now that we've done with the LA looks, just to kind of get an idea, and again, I want to turn it around one more time. Again, I want this to work. I want this to work, but let's just add a little bit more product in here. Now we've got some Tresemme mousse. And it's funny how inexpensive these products are. It's not like I'm showing you $50 products here. Okay, let's just see what the mousse does now. Because the mousse has a little bit more hold to it, but it's still similar enough to the gel. And I like both of these products because they're not petroleum based. See what's funny with this cut, it's already wanting to go to the side because it is longer and thicker on this side because of the part. But and I do wonder if this were cut right, and I'm gonna put some more in. If this were cut right, it makes me wonder, would it support that? And I know Maxwell Smart's watching, so Max, you would know. Okay, that's a lot of mousse now. But Max would know if I could support something along this concept up there. I put more in the back to help that. Okay. So, there we go. We got plenty of mousse in there, complete mousse head. Trying this out. Not parted, just vaguely pushed back. Let's see how that holds up. And if I were to do this as a real hairstyle, I wouldn't want it to actually look like it's parting. I wouldn't want that, but at the same time, the key is it going to accentuate the thinnest part? So let's take a look at this now. Because see, ultimately, I feel even as I'm doing this video, I'm like vaguely wishing for a different kind of hair. Forget the hairline, forget the diffuse thinning. It's ultimately that my hair is thinner and wavy kind of, but it's not thick and like curly. So that's ultimately what we're up against. I do have a comb. Let's try that. Let's see what happens if I were just to kind of use a comb to really make it straight back. I'll let you look at that. Man, I'm giving you all kinds of goodies for this. I was planning on making this like a 90-second video. I really was. Now what would happen if, I mean, now we're getting into Godfather territory. I'm just combing it straight back with this product that none of it is oil based. Okay, now, and not that I would like really do this for a hairstyle, but if I did, let's see how that would look. I'm trying to make this as fair as I possibly can, Godfather style, where it's not parted, it's just straight back. So if I comb my hair straight back using a product that's not petroleum based, here's what it looks like. There we go. And it is interesting to see that despite my hairline, even this, standing a normal distance from you, it doesn't just really make my hairline look awful. And granted, when I do those videos, I make it as tight as I can, but when I just evenly comb it, this is what we're looking at. Okay, one more thing and then I'll close this 10-minute video that was supposed to be 90 seconds. Now that I've got the mousse and the gel in there, and I've combed it, what happens now if I were just to rub my fingers through it, get some air flowing in there for this concept? Already, again, this is seeming higher maintenance for what Nick Shell is all about, but just to rule it out. There we go. If I wanted to try this. Of course, this would even lend itself to, well, what I if I were to have this hairstyle, which I don't think I would I have it shorter under here too? Or would it be better the way it is? Okay, one more turn around and I'm out. Okay, I've given you lots of material to work with, lots of comments to be born. Where will they be born? In the comment section right here.